What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality. What's going on, George? Good to see you, my guy. I see we got 4 on the line so far. Good to see everybody. Good to see you all. Let me know if I'm very, very loud or extremely loud. So I want to make sure that my levels are good. Good to see everybody today. What's up, man? What's up? I got a special guest tonight, and I cannot wait for you to meet her. Wow. An awesome lady she is. It's good to see everybody. Do me a favor, like and share your page. For those of you on Facebook and on YouTube, do me a favor if you can, just give us the hearts or give us the thumbs up and all of that good stuff. What's going on, y'all? I'm starting a little late tonight, but I'm sure y'all understand. Look, everything that could go wrong went wrong, but you know what? It didn't go wrong because I'm here. You feel me? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Thank you, y'all. Appreciate it. Like and share your page. Let everybody know that we're on. Let everybody know that we're on tonight. I appreciate it. What's going on? Clay Johnson, my guy. What's up? Good to see you. Shelly Sheridan, good to see you, sis. Good to see you, everybody. Good to see you. Please, if you can, just come in, like and share your page. We're going to be on. We got a wonderful, wonderful talk session tonight. I got a good friend that's here tonight, and I can't wait for you all to meet her. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? So I noticed that. It seems like I'm being pulled out here. What's going on, y'all? Mic back a little bit. It's good to see all of you. Let me know that you can hear us clear, and I appreciate that. I just want to make sure that I'm not up too loud. I want to make sure that we're comfortable and that we sound pretty good. Yeah, I'm playing it back in the studio. That's why you can hear it. Right. Okay, cool. All right, so I turned it down a little bit more. I'll turn my channel down. I'll turn the volume up. So I don't want to blast out. Gabby, I'm blasting out over here. They can't hear yet.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Why am I looking like I'm blasting? God. Okay. I'm blasting. All right, y'all. Good to see y'all. I got my friend Gabby in the house. She just help you comfortable. We're not gonna be before you long. And look, let me know what you're drinking tonight. I'm going to be turning my mic. I'm going to turn my mic all the way down, y'all. Jeez. Why am I blasting out tonight? What's going on? All right. Good to see everybody. All right. That's blasting, y'all. I just don't want to blast everybody out. I got to turn my microphone levels down. All right, y'all. I'm going to talk for a quick second, y'all. But you might hear double. But I just want to make sure I can hear how you hear me. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, can you? All right, can y'all hear me clear? All right, y'all. I just want to make sure you all can hear me clear. All right. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good, y'all. There we go. Level. Let me tell you, technology today is beautiful. I promise y'all. It is beautiful. That's it. I don't sound blasted out. Plus, I'm away from the mic. I'm in it like this. Yeah, I am good. Notice how we look in real time. All right, y'all. We're about to appear in a few seconds. Just want to make sure that everybody's doing everything. Everybody's being well. I know people are going to come in. We got a good discussion for you tonight. We want to talk about developing boundaries and what does that mean to you. We don't want to be subjective in our thinking. So do me a favor, like and share your page. Let people know that we're on. Although we know we see 3, that's a lot. They be capping. Trust me, they be capping. All right, y'all. And oh yeah, that's what I'm. All right, we're about to appear in a few seconds. I got my friend Gabby in the house. When y'all meet her, y'all gonna be like, wow, she is a ray of light. I mean, you're awesome lady. I got her mic off because I don't want for her to appear yet. But yeah, and I'm gonna turn on YouTube in the back and behind us. And okay, good. All the way down. Okay, so I can monitor YouTube and I can monitor Facebook at the same time. Listen, we're about to appear. Yo, listen, y'all. This is I almost said it's all you. This is my Manifested Thoughts podcast, y'all. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality. We are about to get started. Y'all ready? Because I sure am. I promise. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that your day was great. I hope that everything, as you can see, I'm in the background also doing the same thing. And I know that everybody's doing good. Look, tonight we are here with my friend Gabby. I'm going to make sure that she talk in a few minutes. She's waving. Listen, let me tell you, you run into interesting people, everybody. And I mean, not only interesting people, but you run into gifted people, who have a specific gift and even sometimes they might not even know about, So we just here. I want to make sure I test my volume. Okay, good. There we go. So look, let me turn off all of the things here. I'm showing her exactly what we do in the background because I want her to understand, some of the technical proportions because she's going to be doing a lot of things, whether you know it or not. And I'm going to move my mic out the way so you can see us. And I'll be looking. That's where our camera is right there. So although we're looking down, the camera's right there. We want to say hello to everybody. Good to see everybody. Do me a favor, if y'all can like and share your page. We want to talk about, boundaries. Now, last week we talked about, having an open mind, and we were talking to people from our neighborhoods, whether you're from Red Hook, whether you're from Brevoort, whether you're from Fort Greene, whether you're from Pink Houses, no matter where you're from, we want to talk to those individuals because I remember, Gab, and I'm going to get to you in a few minutes. I remember the time that, we would tell our friends back in the days, yo, I want to do this because I looked at Video Music Box, or I looked at Ralph McDaniel, I looked at this person. But then we never written anything, down for the next day for us to be accountable. And so we want to talk to you tonight. We want you to not only be accountable, but we want you to be encouraged. And I hope that you were encouraged from the last episode that we had. We had some good value. We were talking about if you want to bring anybody together to start any type of organization, you don't want to come with your wife beater on and your shorts and your footsies. With the white beater, that's that shirt that you have only 2 straps, either white, black, or green, whichever way you want to call it. And then you got your do-rag on. You're like, yo, everybody gather around the table. This is what I want to do. Nobody's going to take you serious. Nobody. But when you come looking professional, knowing that, listen, this is your baby, this is your gift, this is something that you want to do, this is something that you want for people to feel, make you feel important, and you want for other people to know that you're serious about this, you got to come with some type of agenda. You got to come with some bullet points. You got to come with some type of something, right? Because anything that's not written is not real. And I'm going to tell you, but today, even though, we get certain people in our groups, and I'm going to tell you back in the days, we picked people according to who we saw, because if you were on my block and you all I knew, I'm going to pick you and I'm going to ask you, and you're going to say yes, even though you're not interested, but because you're my friend, you're going to say yes and only give me 10% when I need you to give me 100%. And so tonight, even though we pick people like this, we want to talk about how do you build boundaries and what does boundaries actually mean? A lot of times people think boundaries are something negative when some of us have never seen boundaries to ever be negative, depending upon where you're from, depending upon your upbringing, depending upon, what your experiences were and what you were exposed to. And so because of that, tonight I'm talking to my friend Gabby that's going to help us out, and she specialized in boundaries. I mean, her mindset is Yo, it's amazing. Like, if I can speak to, I talked to Elizabeth. Good to see you. I spoke to her on the way here. I spoke to her before here. I spoke to her days before this, and we were always either in passing or in our workplace, wherever that might be. And I mean, every conversation was always dead on. Wherever I was, she spoke to that. You know, and she's like, "Oh my God, Donald, you're saying something that I could resonate." And let me tell you, and then she went in, and before you know it, we had a whole conversation. And I'm glad that we both have jobs. But anyway, I'm glad that Gabby is here. Gab, what's going on? What's going on? Hey,
I appreciate it.
I'm glad that you're on, and I want to make sure that your audio is sound good. Okay, good. All right, good. And so, listen, right now, whether you know it or not, I didn't turn up all of my speaker only because I don't want to. Let me see. Because okay, cool. Because I didn't want to overpower, anything. And so I didn't know all of what I was doing. But anyway, I know what I'm doing now. I'm just nervous and happy and excited because my friend Gabby's here. By the way, Gab, what's going on, sis?
Well, we've been actually hanging out for the last 4 hours.
4 hours,
having
yo.
really amazing
Crazy
conversation
Yes.
about tonight's topic.
Yes.
And so many other substantial things that have just happened in life that brought us to where we are today.
Absolutely.
And it's a beautiful thing because when you have that opportunity to get outside of your neighborhood, get outside
absolutely.
of these everyday connections
Yeah.
that you're so used to, it gives you a real opportunity to talk to people, take advantage of learning about them.
Yes.
Give them the opportunity to present themselves to you and
Absolutely.
decide for yourself, is
Yes.
this person somebody interesting that I want to continue to grow with or
Absolutely.
get to know,
Yeah.
or even in what capacity they can impact your life. And I
Absolutely.
love the mission that Donald is working towards here, and I'm really, really happy to be a part of it today.
Oh my
So
God, I
thank
gotta
you so
give
much.
it a hand clap for that. Oh my God. And so, before we get into anything, Gab, I want to just, let me ask you, where are you from originally?
So that's also kind of weird to talk about, to be honest with you.
How about the present time?
Present time, I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
There we
I work
go.
in Midtown Manhattan.
Okay.
But I did grow up in Florida, but I'm
Okay.
originally from up north. We just
Right.
moved down there. My family chose to
Shout out
be
to Florida.
Florida,
Right.
which I love.
Right.
Two totally different worlds. Two totally different worlds. But part of what gives me my experience every day that I live with, and being able to really keep boundaries, set boundaries,
Right.
goals,
Absolutely.
everything is knowing what I want out of life and
Yes.
knowing where I fit in and what communities I want to engage with.
Right,
And I
right.
like having that duality and
Yeah.
that total
That's what I'm
polar
saying.
opposite. It's
what I'm
really
saying.
interesting.
Oh my
So,
God. Let me
yeah.
just say, I want to express in front of everybody, I am so happy that you're here. Oh my God. Do you not know I've been trying to get Gabby here for a minute, y'all, and I've oftentimes given reference to who she was without even saying her name. But because of all the knowledge and wisdom that she has and all of the experiences she's gone through and everything that she specialized in, and I mean, not even to speak about her education level, again, that education level is fine, but who she is supersede all of that,
Life experience,
Life
honestly.
experiences,
You don't get to a place of understanding and awareness
Yeah.
without taking time for yourself
Yes.
and pausing in life to give back to yourself in whatever lesson is presented to you in that moment.
Yes.
You have to give yourself time to process
Yeah.
where you are, what you want,
Yeah.
and work through that and allow that to keep pushing you
Absolutely.
forward, because that's not something that is easy to come by. And nobody wants to give you that time.
Oh, man, tell
No,
me about it.
everybody wants to take your time.
Yes.
Your job wants to take your time. Your friends want your time.
Wow.
Your family wants time. Everybody is literally robbing you of time.
Absolutely.
And it's and setting boundaries
Yes.
and learning how to say no to certain things.
Yeah.
Because when you say yes to everything, you're saying no to something
Oh
else.
man, we got to get into that. Whoa, you going so fast. We got to slow this down. Wow. Let me tell you,
Let's
you know,
do it.
it's a beautiful thing because, and if y'all getting value already, do me a favor, can y'all just give us the hearts already, or give us the likes, give us a thumbs up. You know, welcome my friend Gabby and let her know, yeah, she's talking truth already. We're going to definitely dive into, and I believe that, like, you know, our objective is to boost up anybody's self-esteem level, you know, boost up your confidence, let you know you don't have to be perfect. Look at the hearts, look at this. You don't have to be perfect, you know, to start, you know, but you have to start to be perfect. I do believe that. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you have to start to be perfect, you know?
We were literally just talking about this today.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm a doer.
Yeah.
We've been talking. Dawn and I have known each other for
Oh my
I
God.
actually started at this company a year ago.
You see what I'm
It's
saying?
been March of last year
Wow.
that I transitioned into this company particularly, and I met Donald.
Yeah.
And we've been talking for quite some time about all of these different ideas and thoughts and And finally today, it was just the day. Because I also was almost like, look, if we're not going to make this happen, it's not happening. I'm moving on to something else now. But at the end of the day, it's really about making things happen for yourself. And you can sit there. It's called analysis paralysis.
That's exactly what it's called. Analysis paralysis.
You
know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
And you can sit and think about all the things that you want to do. That you need to do. You can do all the research. You can prepare as much as you want to, and it will never feel like the right time.
Never
you
feel like
have to just do it.
You gotta just
do it. You have to just make it happen. And it almost didn't tonight, right?
Yo,
we're 8:20.
Look,
we're
8:20.
This is back to
I ain't even
the bootleg
the
version,
set and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? We're just doing back to just doing what we got to do.
We are just making this happen.
Making it happen.
Last minute, I said, I'm with you. I don't care where you're going. I'm about to go to a basketball game with you. I'm about to go wherever you want to go.
I'm going.
We're doing it. We're
this
having
today.
This conversation. We are hanging out.
Absolutely.
And we are taking this time.
And we're here. Look at that. Let me tell you, y'all. Come on, y'all. Give it up. You know, I'm so happy. Hey. And the reason, I'm going to tell you, you know, and don't get it twisted, her schedule is crazy, you know? And you know,
I don't stop.
She doesn't stop. Her schedule is crazy, so it's not easy to get her. So sometimes, and I want to encourage all of you content creators, all of you YouTubers, all of you podcasters, all of you who want to do anything, you know, in media, you know, you have to take it when it comes. You have to jump on it when it comes, you know? And she fit right in to the topic tonight, which was creating boundaries. You got what I'm saying? And so, you know, knowing the things that she's gone through, me personally, you know, and knowing the things that I've gone through, I know that tonight you're going to get the biggest value ever, you know? And so with that being said, you want to hit?
I got you. Move it down a little
I got you. So with that being said, we just want to make sure there we go. You good? All right.
Yes.
So with that being said, we're going to dive right into it. So obviously we know she's originally from Florida. You know, she lives in Brooklyn right now. A Brooklyn lady who she doesn't mind going anywhere, and she's not scared of nobody, you know. And you would never think that she was someone who could be an introvert. But I want to talk and dive into you. We're not going to talk about but so much of the introvert tonight. And by the way, y'all, I'm taking phone calls tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up on the screen our number. So at the end of this segment, you know, when we ask for phone calls, you can call and dive right in and give us your input on boundaries and how important boundaries are to you. So Gab, tell me, how important are boundaries today in anybody's life? And of course, I know there's a broad, you know, question, but how, you know, from just a general perspective, how important are boundaries?
Extremely important. Yeah. It's a matter of knowing yourself, knowing what you want. Knowing how to give time to what's important for you. And it's really about making a relationship better. Because when you communicate boundaries, the person that you're communicating those boundaries to, it's showing respect. It's saying, this is how we can work together to have a healthy relationship. This is what works for me. And I want it to also work for you. So I'm not going to create a situation when I express boundaries. I'm not intentionally trying to create a situation of resentment and anger.
Right.
I'm not really, it might feel like it's a limiting experience to be on the receiving end of that boundary. But at the other on the other side of it, to be honest, it's really showing love and care and compassion and respect to the other person, because it's saying, this is what I can offer you.
Absolutely.
And this is what I have the ability to provide.
Absolutely.
And if there is something that you know about yourself,
Yes.
that you can give, that you can provide, without creating contempt,
Wow.
without that level of resentment,
Absolutely.
because that's what ends up happening, right?
Absolutely.
Some people think that boundaries can create that,
Yeah.
but healthy boundaries don't create that.
Absolutely.
Animosity, resentment, contempt, that's all created within a relationship that doesn't actually have boundaries,
Absolutely.
where your needs are being taken away or infringed upon. And there's a lot that goes into boundary setting too,
Yes.
right? Because there has to be a certain level of responsibility and acceptance,
Right.
understanding that this relationship, whatever that relationship is,
Yes.
with whomever that is,
Yes.
is going to be different.
Yes. Absolutely.
And that's okay, right? We don't have to say, if it's not this, then it has to be that.
Right. Right.
Or we don't have to provide this construct and this confine to, like, these limits to things.
Right.
It's okay to be who you are. It's okay where you come from. It's okay, because everyone has their own process in life for what they're
Absolutely.
understanding and where they're going.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this while you on it. That was
Yeah,
that's
sorry, I can
powerful.
go off
No, that's
mentally
good. That's
on,
good.
like-
That's powerful. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Awesome. And, in your own opinion, and of course we're all from Brooklyn. Why is it that you have some people, and I'll emphasize some people in this world, who feel that you have to be like, if it's not this, then it's not going to be, as far as my boundaries, you got to follow this or else. Why do we have to take that approach? Why do you feel that people actually take that approach, in life? What is that about to some?
I think that it has to do with a level. I mean, obviously, we're all raised differently. So it's a situation where this is what happens with the information that we're given.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
We just
Absolutely.
don't have exposure to people that are accepting of, it's like, just for example, right? When you were a kid and you're going to a family function and somebody tells you to smile or go give your uncle a hug.
Right.
But if you really don't want to hug your uncle, right? At the end of the day, somebody else is forcing you to do it. So
Right.
you learn
Exactly.
that how you feel
Right.
doesn't really matter. You suppress that.
Absolutely.
And you hug your uncle because
Anyway.
that's what you do.
Right.
But
That's good.
you might be creeped out by your uncle or,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, it could be a situation like that. But really what it is it's just a learned behavior.
It is.
And a lot of people don't recognize that it's okay to have wants and needs that
Right,
are
right.
separate from what others
True.
people's wants and needs are.
True.
And it is okay.
Absolutely.
And it's okay to understand that what you want and what works for you
Yes.
does not work for other people, and that's okay too.
Absolutely.
But to have the confidence, the self-respect, the self-awareness, and the peace of mind to be able to sit comfortably in that space, that's what might take some work to get towards.
Absolutely.
And it's just something that you need to keep reinforcing within yourself a little bit every day. And it gets to be easier
Yeah.
because you have to practice it.
Yes.
It's a discipline, just like anything else.
Yes. Like we said, you don't have to start perfect, but you have to start to be perfect. And at the same time, and I like what you said because, you have some people who feel that in order for them to feel confident to give that type of projection, that they have to be like, in order for them to relate it to you. Like, you ever seen somebody who can't say anything that's of truth unless they're mad or at an angry state of mind, versus, well, look, I'm not mad with you, but let me just tell you the truth. It's so hard for people to sometimes.
You know where that comes from,
Where
though?
does that come from?
Fear.
Wow. Talk to me about that. Come on.
I think it comes from from fear.
Wow.
Which a lot of people might not recognize, right? Because they're like, oh, I'm angry, which is a primary emotion that you're feeling, and easy to express. It's easier to express anger for a lot of people than it is to express what they're actually afraid of. Because showing fear is showing vulnerability.
Wow.
Right? Wow. If it's so hard for people to say, I'm actually afraid of what could potentially happen. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of not being okay. But you kind of have to kind of lean into that sometimes and just be like, you know what? I trust that I will be okay. I am going to be okay. But bringing this back to the boundaries it's really about just being able to know and understand yourself, and you have to give yourself time for that, and you also have to be open and aware. I mean, this world, we're always looking for signs, right? If there was a sign, if something was just a sign, but the fact is it's really a matter of what you're actually open to seeing.
Wow.
Because especially living in New York, right? And I was talking to Don about this earlier today. Like, one thing that I focus on that's really interesting is when I leave my apartment, my home, right? This is my safe place that I've created. And I step outside into this really chaotic world around me. There are people everywhere. There's garbage on the street. There's so many things happening. I mean, it's literally like a hurricane. And I am in the eye of a hurricane. I'm going to be sitting in that eye of a hurricane, sipping my lemonade, knowing that there's all this chaos going on around me, but I'm not going to let everything that's happening around me affect me. And on occasion, there might be a strong wind that comes through. And I'll sit with that. And some rain. And I'll sit with that. But at the end of the day, I also know what I'm looking for. And if it doesn't provide that sunshine and lemonade, then I don't want it.
It is.
And I'm going to say no to it.
And you're not going to live in fear.
No.
To stay in it.
No, because I trust myself. And to figure it out. And that takes a lot. And it's also hard to get to that place. It's taken many, 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 many years. And it's also taken a lot of really difficult experiences to get to that point.
Absolutely.
So wherever you are in your process, the best thing that I can provide you with is just give yourself some peace, because forgive yourself, because you're limited to really only what you know, and we don't know what we don't know.
Yes.
And that's really interesting too.
That's good. Wow.
Yeah.
We only, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
And we know only what we know.
Exactly.
It was, I was thinking about my friend Sean Cannell that I was telling you about earlier. By the way, shout out to Think Media, if he's watching. He has an acronym for fear. He says we can do either one of the two things: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And when I looked at that, I says, wow, that is something that anybody should be able to, think about when they're in the eye of the storm, and while they're creating boundaries, and again, like you said earlier, and she spit, so much value, y'all. With some of my brothers on the phone, my biological brothers on the line, it's so funny because we talk about when we set boundaries, we think that we're going to lose things, and, we're going to, have bad things talked about us, and, all this type of stuff. But if you think about the worst thing that could ever happen to you, and you shed your fear of it, and not in a way where you're bitter or hate people. We talked about this on the way too, But if you shed your fear of the worst thing you feel that could happen to you, if you set good, healthy boundaries around you, you're fearless. Yeah. You're unstoppable, Because what's one of the worst things that anybody could do when they get a car? Is have their car repoed, or their house,
People are so afraid to ask for things because the answer might be no, right?
How bad is no?
It's really not that bad because, listen, when you get a no, you know what your limitations are with that person, with that situation. You got because somebody else said no to you,
Yeah.
kind of like what happens in this
Today,
situation today.
yeah, absolutely. I was supposed to
You
be somewhere
create
else.
something else.
You create. Stop there, right there, Gap. Give me some. This is what I'm saying. You know, and like she says, listen, whatever. See, I've gotten to know, and look at the heart you're getting right now.
I love
I've
it.
gotten to, you know, we've gotten no, you know, on so many different occasions, so many different, you know, things.
Yeah, so many people have told me no.
Right, but guess what? Why not create?
Thank you for
what
that,
you
actually.
create. Come on, look at this.
Because I know what you don't want from me.
Right.
Or maybe you don't even want me.
Bars.
That's okay, because there's somebody else who does, and there's some other place or situation that will appreciate me.
You're not-
And I'm going to take my butt over there.
There you go.
I'm not going to keep myself in a place where people are telling me no.
Right. Now let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Are there people that in life, are they scared to know? Do they love? Do we have people who exist that love living in a box versus come outside the box and just explore life? Right.
We absolutely do, but I also don't think that they realize that they're in the box. That's kind of a thing, right?
Can you give us some pointers of what it's like
Yeah.
from your perspective?
Yeah.
You know, what it could be, you know, being in a box.
Yeah, of course. It's just it's the hamster wheel of life, right? We get stuck in this routine. We get stuck in what we're comfortable with, right? How many times have you heard people say, sit in your discomfort? And it's so much easier to hear that and say that than it is to actually exist in it.
Right.
But it's such a necessary thing to experience. Even with as strong as I am, to be honest with you, and as much as I've been through, even so recently, I have had about 6 weeks of really a lot of awful days in a row. And just really having to sit in an uncomfortable space because a lot of things in my world were just turned around unnecessarily. And it's so wild how something so small can create such a mountain for you to climb over. But what you don't realize is that you do just have to kind of go with it. And those days are awful and they suck. And it's okay. Because at the end of it, you're still coming back on and you're still showing up. And that's the important part. That's where the doing comes in. Is even when you don't feel like it, you still show up. And push through it because it will get better.
It will.
What's so amazing about life is that one person that makes you smile, or you know, that first day of spring. Like, literally, I walked out of my apartment this morning and I'm just noticed all the cherry blossoms. And it was 55 degrees. And I knew it was going to be 65. It was so freaking amazing. And what a beautiful day. The energy in the city was wild. It was beautiful. Like, nobody wanted to work today. And you know what I'm talking about.
Everybody was outside.
In it.
Yeah, everybody was outside.
You were wanting to get out of that job. You were wanting to get outside.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was a beautiful day. And you know what? And that's what's so brilliant about life is like you can have such an awful day and then the next day can completely change. You never know. That might be the day that you meet the person that you want to be with for the rest of your life.
Right.
It might be the day that you meet somebody interesting and you end up on a podcast. Like, what? It could be something really amazing. And I think just giving yourself the opportunity to experience that is what's really valuable and important. You might not know that you're in the box because all that is the level of self-awareness. And it's also what your intentions are. No one's going to tell you what you want, and no one can tell you to stop smoking. If you don't want to stop smoking, you're not going to stop smoking.
You're not going to. Don't fool yourself.
Also, previous smoker, unfortunately. Hate to say that, but it's true. Like, I tried to quit multiple times, and that was just cigarettes.
Right.
Like, there are other habits in life that I have learned to let go of because I was ready and I was done.
Absolutely.
And no one is going to tell you when you're ready, and no one's going to tell you when you're done. And all of the opportunities were always around me. I just didn't even see it because my mentality was stuck. I was stuck. And I didn't even know I was stuck. Nobody could have told me I was stuck until I had to realize how disgusted I was with the situation that I was in order to get away from that, you know? And sometimes it takes that to get there.
Oh my God.
Growing pains.
Growing pains, absolutely. First of all, and that's what I want to do. I want to give a shout out to my baby brother Amir. By the way, he's an up and coming actor.
Amazing.
I mean, doing stuff already,
it.
big stuff, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. Roland T, one of my big friends. Oh my God, my big brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see everybody. All the love. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. My brother Daryl, we call him Nuck. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? That's my best friend. That's my brother I was telling you about earlier.
Nice.
You know, Elizabeth, good to see you. Sister Elizabeth, good to see you. Shelly, good to see all of y'all. I'm just so happy to see all of y'all. Just thank you for the thumbs up and the hearts. Y'all are amazing tonight for allowing for my guests to feel welcome. I'm just so happy to, just to have all of this tonight. How you feeling?
This is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, we're just doing this for a few minutes right now.
Right,
but the reality is we've literally been nonstop
We've been doing this all day. This is a continuation.
And we've actually, we talk a lot. We're just really trying to cross paths in the morning when we see each other.
Right, like, hey, what's up?
Because I got to get upstairs and log in and do my thing. But I get stuck with Don because I enjoy that. Like, this dude, he is brilliant. He is kind. He has such a beautiful personality.
Thank you.
And I'm so honestly really honored to be a part of this and to join you on your journey and give back in whatever way I can provide that impact.
I appreciate that. No, the feeling is mutual and I mean that much more because I mean as you can see, right? Look, y'all, I mean you fall in love with her because she's a beautiful, like this is my sister right here. I really we've developed such a bond, and when we talk, it's like we know where each other is, and she's like, Don, I got to do this, I got to do that. And I'm like, look, I want to show you how to get there. But she's showing us, and with all of the information that's packed in to this, her mind, her experience, it's amazing. And so I can't wait to see all of what you're going to do in this near future.
I don't even know what I'm going to do.
She don't even know yet.
I haven't even started anything.
Let me ask you a question.
We're going to make this roll.
Right.
We're going to just go with it.
Let me ask you all a question. I want you to help us out, right? Do you think she need to be on social media, like sharing the value that she got? I mean, give us the hearts. I mean, does she not have a bright personality that can really, really help the world? You get what I'm saying? Can y'all show us? Let me know the hearts. Don't embarrass me, y'all. Thank you. There we go. Thank you. Who is that just now? Thank you so much. Please. There you go.
Thank you.
Because again, I want to encourage her to know you have everything you need. Look at these. Look at this. She have everything that she need. And first video, she's going.
I don't even know. Like,
I know.
That's the thing is we've been talking for a long time, and I've gotten to a place where I have been in job after job after job.
Yeah.
And
you have it.
I keep getting into this pattern, right? Like, here we go, the hamster wheel, right? We keep doing these things, thinking that, oh, well, this place is going to be better because I have a greater salary or I have better benefits or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And that's true. Yeah. But what ends up happening is at the end of the day, we all have a greater purpose.
Absolutely.
We all know what drives us.
Yes.
And when you start to listen to that voice.
Yes. Absolutely.
And you know that there's something special about you that you want to share.
Right.
You need to start figuring out where to move that.
And let me help you out with some of that too, because she just opened the door. And when I say you, I don't mean her per se, but all of it. Look, my boy Amir, he knows. I mean, he's on the grind every single day. Every time I'm on Instagram, I mean, I'm getting a notification. Amir. I'm like, yo, this guy. What? He's in a red suit. He's in a blue suit now. He's in a cop's uniform. He's doing something on site. Let me know that he's working. You know, and we know that in order for us to have anything to be done, we have to put that work in. We can't be scared of the work. And one of the things I don't have to worry about you about work because you're a doer. Like she says, she's a doer. But here's the other thing too. Write it down. And I've oftentimes talked about this. You know, anything that's not written is not real. And obviously anybody in our community know I talk this all the time. Anything that's not written is not real. Write it down. And the good thing about, I love, you know, what you were talking about when we talked about, I think, what was that? And it just split my mind. But I thought about like the dip moment. And there's a man by the name of Seth Godin. He wrote this book called The Dip, and I'm wondering if I can find it. No, I'm not gonna try to look for it right now, but it's called The Dip, and he talks about what happens when you start something that's so great, and you got the honeymoon stage, but then when the honey leave the moon, and you're just left with the moon, you left with the reality, and that is sometimes you start to, although you're at a nice level, you start to just do this with your company. You start to do this with, your ideas, because maybe 3 things happen when you go to the dip. Okay. And this is what he says. He says, and this helped me out. And I want for everybody, do me a favor, y'all. Henry Watkins, good to see you, my guy. What I want y'all to do, I want you to go and just really evaluate this. And I know all of you hear me talk about this all the time. And the reason why I say this is because I want it to click one day. And if it doesn't click and if it doesn't resonate with you, keep living until you start something to be great. Right? And then you're going to find yourself every now and again. And it doesn't happen with it's not everybody go through this, but sometimes, and after a while, rather it's 6 years from now or 12 years from now, you're going to find that the newness wear off, and you'll find yourself every now and again in a dip as to where whatever your business is, people are not coming like they used to or as much, you don't have,
you have
the
learn,
motivation,
But you have to learn.
Right, but
you have to learn how to get through the hard times.
But that's that's the journey, because then you don't have anything to celebrate. So Seth was saying 3 things happen. Okay. And that is either you falling out of your vision, or something that just caused you to be knocked off track like a train, derailed, right? Or you're standing still and you're only existing and not moving anywhere, but you're existing. And or the last part is you're actually moving, but you're moving too slow for your taste. That's the time he was saying it's time that we have to just gather who we really are at the bottom, where you're no longer the superstar. And I Gab, I'm somebody who can talk about this. I know about this, not like as if I'm a superstar, but knowing what it is to be in the forefront, to sort of lose some of the momentum, take a dip for a little while where you're no longer on the mat. Nobody's no longer talking your name anymore. You're not in the forefront. Your name is Donald Francis. Your name is Gabby, but you're not that anymore the way you used to be. Now you have to gather and collect. Who am I in this, and anything that I've ever wanted to do, this is where it have much meaning when you're at the bottom, just like being at the bottom is good. It's good. One thing I've learned is that if you're at the bottom, you're no longer on the radar for people to look for you.
But you don't see it that way when you're at the bottom.
No, you feel it.
You feel it.
But you don't see it that.
The reality is that way.
you don't see it that way.
But there's only one way to go.
And the only way you go back up is you got to take a look.
Yeah.
You got to realize it, right? Whatever the bottom is, because I don't know what the bottom is for anybody. Whatever the bottom is.
Well, everybody's bottom is different,
it's different. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Whatever the bottom is. Whatever the bottom is.
Because everyone is facing different challenges.
Yes.
We all come from different walks of life.
Absolutely.
So our experience is always going to be different.
Absolutely.
And it's not about comparison.
No.
Who had it worse.
No,
like with this, nothing like that is ever a competition.
Your worst is your worst.
It's really what's important to you and where your bottom is.
Absolutely.
And where you, like, how you need to pull yourself out of that.
Can't compare the bottoms because I might not survive your bottom.
And also, like, I hate that whole thing, misery loves company.
Who said that? What are we talking about? And as we were talking about, in Garland, Cheryl, good to see you. And again, misery loves company. Why?
Misery loves company.
Why
are we sitting and talking and complaining?
Bars. Oh, wow. Woo.
What are we actually doing? There's a lot of people that have a lot of things to say.
Wow.
But what is the action behind making a change? Because the ones that sometimes are talking about it are the ones that also accept what's going on that they don't like. And all they're doing is focused on it.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yep.
They're just talking.
Just talking. Michael, good to see you, bro. You see, and come on, give me some dap. I got to give you some. Again, why is it a thing? And I love this because there are sometimes you got people who make something that they shouldn't make a thing into a thing. Like, why are we doing this? How old are we?
Because they're stuck on a hamster wheel, right? And
Insanity.
they want they're not creating something different for themselves because they don't literally know how.
They don't.
So the only thing that they know how to create is maybe problems, drama,
Right.
that's what I would call that.
Absolutely.
And my boundaries are to not pay attention to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, if you agree, y'all, do me a favor, give us the hearts if you would. Thank y'all so much for
Give
even
some
being here.
hearts.
Give some hearts. Give
If
some.
you know what your boundaries
what
are.
your boundaries are, because this is what we're talking about, and this is where you build the real boundaries when you're at the bottom. I'm starting to build boundaries. Watch this. I remember, and if I can, I remember there was a time I was supposed to be. I scheduled a platform for somebody to be on it. I did the promo. I did everything, and when you have equipment, Gabby, and you paid some good money, you can obviously say, listen, well, look, I did that. I'll just erase that. And that's about that. Mm-hmm. But what people will have to pay for sometimes is your time, because you took the time out, to make the promo. You took the time out to edit it. And editing is a killer sometimes. Anybody who is in the media world know that editing is the thing that's going to take the most time. You get what I'm saying, Gab? And when you have somebody who is supposed to show up, right? Come on, and I gotta have you back on the show to talk about just time. Period. We have a whole day about that, a whole day about time. And then you don't show up the day of, and I'm like, all right, everybody, they'll be here, and you're making me look bad to my audience, and I done did all of this. It's got to be.
But you know what? It's not even. I don't look at it as making you look bad.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
The person that is doing the action is showing who they are.
Because it's your brand.
But this is you see, Don has this level of expectation, right?
Right.
That he sets up because he cares. He's passionate. This is a passion project.
Yeah.
This is love. This is wanting to do something so much
she knows
greater.
Me so well. Oh.
And honestly, at the end of the day, thank you all for being a part of this.
Appreciate
as
y'all.
Well, because
thank you.
You listening is making a difference.
Appreciate
and if this message resonates for you, then happy to be able to build that community, right? Because that's really what it's about. It's about finding your people, finding the people that are like-minded, finding what to say yes to. Expressing yourself, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else intentionally.
Absolutely.
There's definitely those types of boundaries that are not allowed to be crossed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if somebody disappoints you, that's on them.
It's on them. It's not.
And it's
not
on you to recognize.
Yes, absolutely.
Do I trust this person?
Yes.
To invite them back?
There we go. Come on.
Or
right.
Will I seek out what I'm looking for to share that with somebody else or create a different experience? Because now you know where this person stands with how much of a priority, whatever it is. Maybe you're just not aligned. Maybe that's all it was. It could be just a terrible timing situation. That's true. If I didn't run into you today, kind of, there was, there were some things that I was like, Donald, listen, I'm done talking. At this point, we got to make things happen. And if we're not going to make it happen, I'm already ready to move on.
She's out. You know what I'm saying? And look, we're here. We're making it happen, And I'm hoping that this would be encouragement, for you. That you're like, look, I'm going to make something happen. We're going to make this happen. And I'm excited. And I want you all to be excited about what we're going to see in the next couple of months. I'm making that declaration today.
I love it.
In the next couple of months, she's going to be doing something extravagant, Listen, y'all. I have to get that. But look, real quick, let me pay some bills to myself, all right? And I'll be right back, okay? Yo, what's up, everybody? This your boy, Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Yo, we're already giving away gifts, and we're only a few subscribers in. The only thing you have to do is go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. One more time, manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. After you do that, you'll type in giveaways and type in one of the topics that we talked about on our platform. And bam, it's over. Just like that. Back to the program. Gonna hit the ground running. What's up, y'all? Glad about that. Thank y'all. Listen, don't forget, y'all, to go into our giveaways. All right, let me just see if I can find the banner real quick. I meant to have that. Up. Oh, let me just turn this down real quick. Yes, let me just make sure I can find that real quick so I know that you can go on to that. That's what it is, Manifested Thoughts. Here we go. Right here, Manifested Thoughts 888 at gmail.com. You know, when you go there, just like the commercial said, go type in giveaway and then type in the episode that you've seen and bang. There it is. You're a contestant for our giveaways. Want to give a shout out to Darius, and also want to give a shout out to Egberto, who were our it was our February, March, giveaway winners. And so, listen, I want you to go in and maybe you could be our April winner. We don't know, all right? Listen, we're giving away things, and you have to help us out so that we can give these things away, all right? And speaking of giveaway, I want to just give you this real quick, and then I can land the plane. And hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Donald Francis, and I want to say thank you to our community for all of you who've been donating on our Cash App. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not one to be receiving certain things, but thank you for those of you who've said to me, we believe in your platform, and we want you to get bigger people on your platform to be a blessing to other people. And that's all we want to do. Don't forget our giveaways. Go to Manifested Thoughts 888 at gmail.com. That's where you'll type in giveaway and let us know what episode you've seen this on. And then bam, just like that, you in there, But I want to say again, thank you, because I know it's better to give than to receive. I'm not asking for anything. I just want to give you my gratitude. Yes, I want to say thank you all again, just for doing that. I honestly, in live, in real time, I wanted to say thank you again. I know I did the recording because, again, you can't just, I'm not one to promote thank you for money, or I don't ask people for money at the same time, but people were asking me to put this up because they wanted to be, a blessing or whatever the case whatever the case may be to the platform, and they are. And we're going to do bigger and better things. Hopefully I can have my own studio space soon, and that's something, Gabby, I'm going to manifest, You're going to help me manifest this thing.
Let's
I promise
make it
you.
happen.
And make it happen so that when I have guests on like Gabby, I'll have a bigger space, a wonderful, wonderful background with a good brand. And that's going to happen this year. I said this so many different times, but I want to work toward that so that I can get people like Gabby on, people like other people on, just as, of the same upper echelon type, that's how I consider her. And listen, we're not going to be on too much longer. I want to say thank you, Gab, for just being a guest on the show, and it was spontaneity.
Yeah.
We're here.
You have to start somewhere. That's really what it is.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is that you want to do, start somewhere.
Yeah.
Make it happen for yourself.
You got it. Yeah.
Take a step.
Yeah.
There's really, I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And literally experiencing this in my life right now too,
Yes.
where somebody just told me, start today.
Yes.
And I'm like, no. There's a timeline.
We got
But
start.
you've gotta put something not just on paper, put it on paper, but also create it. Take baby steps, because
Execute.
It's everything that you do for yourself every single day.
Yes.
Whatever it is the food that you eat, it is
Yes.
the water you drink, or whatever your beverage of choice is.
Yes.
It is what you consume yourself with, social media wise,
Yes.
your
Yes.
friends.
Yeah.
What you surround yourself with
Yes.
is a direct impact on you.
Who you are.
And that's why boundaries are so important.
Yes.
Because if you allow certain things in your life that are not aligned with how you truly feel, what you really want,
Yeah. Absolutely.
or what you even think that you need,
Say that.
'cause sometimes that can be skewed,
Yes. Ooh.
right? You have to give yourself an opportunity to be open, embrace
Yes.
the support system that you have within your community, because it's there.
Yep.
You have to just know who to ask.
Absolutely.
And try asking different people.
Right. That's good.
Let them disappoint you.
Yeah.
Let them.
Yeah. It's good.
And then say thank you. Next.
Next. Absolutely. Because
Ariana Grande. She said that.
She got next.
But thank you next.
Yeah,
Really, thank you next.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
didn't work for me.
All right, next.
Thank you for showing me that didn't work for me. Now I can move on to the next choice
Absolutely.
or the next decision or the next whatever it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh man. Listen, y'all. 347-385-8819. Do me a favor. This is the time for you to call in.
Let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk. What boundaries have you created, and what boundaries must you create? Let us know. And how good have boundaries been for you? How bad have boundaries been for you? Let us know. I want to hear from you tonight. 347-385-8819. Come on, y'all. Call in before we we land the plane tonight with my sis Gab. And then you can go and get you something to eat. I hope that you're having a good time. But I want to hear from you. Let's open up the floors tonight. What you got to do too? Come on, let me know. Come on, what's up, y'all? What's up? Come on, y'all. Let us know what's going on. Yeah, ask us a question. If you want advice, maybe if you need advice, come on, please.
Maybe you're dealing with something that you have a hard time setting a boundary with.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. What's up? And don't be scared. Now, listen, let me just show you exactly how this is because I know some of you may need some instructions. You might be looking at us from your phone. Turn off the phone, right? Write down the number, dial the number, and call in. You're still a part of the show. All right? Easy. All right? Now, if you're on a laptop or so and you have your phone accessible, call. What's up? All right? I'm not trying to insult any of your intelligence, but I want to just say this so that right, right, yeah. Let me do that, So come on in, y'all. Call. 347-385-8819. Come and talk to me and God before we land the plane tonight. If we get 2 to call, that's great. That's great. Because I had a good time calling you or you calling last week. And I mean, it was phenomenal just to hear some of the jewels that you dropped and or maybe some advice. Advice is good. If you need it, don't be ashamed. Everybody on the line have something that they need, from somebody.
We got a phone call.
Hey, okay. Let's see here. Well, are you calling? Okay. So, all right. So, Julia Vasquez, you can't call us on YouTube or Facebook. Call us on the number here on your phone. All right? Use your telephone.
347-385-8819.
All right? Call in. All right?
Call in.
Call in. Use your phone.
Come talk
and
to
call
us.
Come talk to us.
Come hang with us.
Yes.
Actually, you're hanging with us.
You're hanging
We
with us.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
but hang with us more.
But,
get closer to us. Come over here.
Come join the
here.
conversation.
Get into the studio.
Right.
Call.
Come.
Yeah. Come through, y'all. Come on, y'all. As a matter of fact, maybe I can motivate. And I know. I'll definitely. Here we go. Put some come on, y'all. Come on in. We'll wait for you. So, Gab, I'm just really excited, about this next season in our lives and this next step. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this has been a really cool. I mean, I think part of what has connected, Dawn and I think definitely it's mutual to say that when we even met, there was this level of comprehension of
absolutely.
We're creative types. There's something bigger.
Absolutely.
And what we do as our job.
Right.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's really awesome to be in a community, and especially too if you're in New York, if you're in Brooklyn, you've got to have a hustle.
Gotta have hustle.
And the ones that are driven and motivated and don't stop, that's the kind of energy I really engage with and thrive on too.
Absolutely.
And so I like to keep that energy going. I like to keep that flow going.
Absolutely.
And it's been really cool to be able to be a process, to be a part of this process.
Absolutely. Hello, welcome to Manifested Thoughts. Come on, good evening.
Hello.
Hey, good evening. How you doing? Welcome to Manifested Thoughts. Who am I speaking to?
Miss Jones.
Miss Jones, how are you? So tell us about boundaries in your life. What's going on? Talk to us.
Oh, I'm so glad to be on. Good.
I'm glad that you're on too. Glad that you're on. So tell us, what boundaries have you created in life? Or what does boundaries mean to you? Ms. Jones, you there? Hello? Okay, you want to do some difficulties? Ms. Jones? we have to forego that one. All right, Miss Jones, I'm not too sure if you had some difficulties on your phone, but I was glad that you were on too. Thank you for coming in. Anybody else looking? You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're away from your monitor. You know, if you are calling. All right, so 347.
358-8819.
There we go. All right, call in, y'all. Let us know. We'll wait for you. All right.
Sorry, Miss Jones.
Sorry, Miss Jones.
Call back.
Give us a call back.
Yeah.
Got the music playing, so yeah, man.
Yeah.
Who's the next? Who's next? Come on, y'all. What do you think about boundaries in your life? Do you think that it's necessary? And if so, have you created any boundaries in your life? How good was it for you?
Or how do you even view boundaries when
Right.
someone sets them with you, right?
Absolutely. How do you feel about being a person on the other side?
Exactly.
Talk to us about it.
That's an interesting perspective
Yeah, right.
too. Love
Yeah.
to hear your experience
Yeah.
with that.
Call in. We're waiting for you. In fact, I'm changing track. Hey. Yeah, y'all, come on in. I'm waiting for you to call. Before we land the plane, all right, we'll give you a few more minutes. 347-385-8819. I'm going to go to sleep. Listen to this number. Back, all right? You good?
Yes, I'm
All right,
good.
okay. As long as
I'm
you're good.
stretching, I'm
All right,
stretching.
okay.
I don't sit for
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But it's been really cool to be a part of this
Yeah.
experience. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming on. You know, I know that the hour is far spent. We're going to give you 3 more minutes and then we're going to be on our way out. All right. Thank you, Miss Jones, for the attempt. And thank you, all of you who wanted to call but just didn't make the effort to call. And I love to hear from the audience because they come from so many different perspectives. It's like, oh, I missed that part.
I love that.
Talk to us about it, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you want to teach us some things, you know, some things we've missed. I love it, you know? But I'm not waiting on that.
No, but also keep the conversation going.
Absolutely,
Even in your
yeah.
own world, wherever
exactly.
you are,
It doesn't
wherever
have to
you
be
find
here.
yourself tonight,
Yeah.
whoever you're having dinner with, even if it's with your animal.
Absolutely, whatever. Yeah, talk.
Yeah, like
Talk.
it's
Yeah.
just about take time for yourself and give yourself time to understand what your needs are.
Absolutely.
And that's really what's helpful in setting boundaries and creating boundaries.
Absolutely.
Learning how to communicate them too.
Absolutely. Well, listen, that's the big thing.
important part.
That's the most
Knowing
important.
how to communicate.
How to communicate. That's another topic.
That is another topic.
How to communicate. You know,
Time, communication.
I have another podcast, and it's called It's Life Podcast.
Okay.
And we help teach people how to get on with other people. And we talk about filtering. We talk about how you talk, you know, what you should share, what you shouldn't share. And are you a good friend if you don't filter? You know, so that, I might bring some of that back, even in this platform. Yeah. Ooh.
I like it. We
Yeah.
can keep this
Yeah.
conversation
You see what I'm
going.
saying?
See, once this stops rolling, it's still
We
it
don't
doesn't
stop.
end.
We don't stop talking. We are stopping.
We're gonna talk probably
We're gonna
for like another 4 hours.
exactly
or so,
because
then I gotta go.
right. 'Cause I gotta go. 'Cause I get up in the
morning
morning. 'Cause
early.
while it's gonna take me about another 2-3 hours
He's
to break
actually
this
gonna
stuff
show
down.
up to work on time. I'm
Oh,
not.
Before time, on time. Wait, listen, y'all. We're gonna land the plane. Thank you all for your time. Thank you, Amir, my brother. I'm thanking you. Thank you for coming on, man.
Nice to meet you
Nice
all.
to-
Thanks
yeah.
for having me.
Gabby, you are the best. I appreciate you so much. Thank you all for just coming in. And don't forget, please, everybody, go to our giveaways. All right, I want you to be a part of that. That's something else. That's not it. There we go. Oh yeah, I just remembered too. Oh man, let me just promote my friend. Oh my goodness, I know he's not on. Listen, don't forget everybody. And I forgot to do this, and I normally do this at the beginning of every episode. And I I got so excited about it. Let me just cut this off real quick. Listen, I want you to know that obviously we are seen on other platforms. Don't forget our goal. Our goal is to help 500 people help bring their imagination into reality. And don't forget our platforms where you see us on It's All You TV, as ITZALLYOU TV. Also, don't forget to look at us on YouTube and on Facebook with It's Life Podcast with Rob Bill and also Mrs. Robin Holmes. Don't forget that. And again, you're going to see us on Channel 49 TV. Let me take my banner off. I got my banner on. Channel 49 TV. And that's every Sunday at 9 p.m. And so you'll see us. And to go up and down my Facebook links, and you'll see it. And you can just click on the link, 9 o'clock. You'll see us. And again, we just want to help everybody to get to their destination. I'm happy for you. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you, by the way. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Donald Francis, and this is Manifested Thoughts Podcast. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality, and I'm here with my sister, Gabby. Oh, she bodied the place today. And by the way, I'm going to be taking the live off of YouTube so that I can cut the clip up so that it would be befitting for the platform of YouTube. And we're going to dress it up. I'm going to get some good pictures of her and everything. And we're going to get the booming system with the nice music. And we're going to go forth. I'm going to have to make sure I have her here on an official platform where we have her for a straight hour, just allowing her to go in whatever it is that she want to talk about to help bring value to our lives. And we're going to make sure
join us
and
call in
so we
can
y'all.
engage with you,
we
because
engage.
that's part of the conversation. We
Gab,
want to invite you. We're sitting at the table with you.
Exactly. Cheryl, good to see you. Minister Mark, good to see you, sir. Michael, good to see you. Again, Roland, good to see you, my big brother, Amir. Thank you, bro. My brother, Daryl, a.k.a. Nuck. Shelly Sheridan, Elizabeth, good to see all of y'all. Clay Johnson, my big brother. I'm glad that you're on the line. George, always happy to see you. Shelly, I said, okay, I said it. Look, all of y'all, I'm just so happy to see all of y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. This is where we're going to end the plane, y'all. Listen, same time next week. Same place, rather you know it or not. Take what we've learned or what we taught you and do something with it, right? And again, it's your boy Donald Francis with my sis, Gabby. Listen, look out for her, y'all. Bless. Have a good night. Peace.